Okay, let's start this all over again. Good morning and welcome into another episode of Me, the Jury segment of the After Party. I am Tam, your host, not your lawyer, but your nosy best friend. And this is where you come to get all your courtroom tea served piping hot. We will start over. I will share my screen again, and it was me. It wasn't you guys. It was definitely an issue on my side. I don't know what was going on, but I think I've got it figured out. So let's try this all over again, because what in the world? That was just terrible shenanigans happening here. But I think I got it all squared away.
In Florida County of Norfolk. Draw near, give your attendance, and you shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This court is in session. Please be seated.
Your next witness, Mr. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor. The Commonwealth will call Mr. Michael Camerano to the stand. Your Honor, if I may, while the witness is coming in, may we approach this
Sure.
procedural thing?
With this
Sidebar
witness, what I
one.
intend to do, and I just wanted to check with the court as to how you wanted me to do this.
Okay.
So, a couple of different exhibits that I intend to introduce through him. The first would be essentially the text or chat long history of John O'Keefe, of which he's a participant in at least one of those conversations.
Okay.
So I would be looking to introduce that as an exhibit, as well as the copies video. And there is an additional ring video, which is entirely my fault, but it didn't make it onto what's been marked as an exhibit. Essentially, it's number 148 from our count. It's when he leaves. Mr. Camerano moves his vehicle in the top right of the driveway, and Mr. O'Keefe then moves his vehicle over to the top left of the driveway. But it's not on what's marked as Exhibit 5. I have a separate disc with the video on it. I just need to mark it as an exhibit as well. So my question is, do you want me to, I know you want to see videos and things of that nature. Do you want me to just mark it as an exhibit as I go? Or do you want me to approach each time?
You've seen the exhibit? Who is doing this?
I am,
Okay. So there is no question that it's coming into evidence.
no.
So you can play it. How long is it?
So I'm only playing just a few different portions. I might play different portions of different witnesses. But for Mr. Camerano's purposes, it's really just a couple-minute clip here, a couple-minute clip there.
All right. Do you intend to use it as well?
I do.
Okay.
One additional question, Your Honor, just for guidance. I noticed during Mr. Lally's direct of this past witness, he displayed multiple videos onto the screen without first asking permission of the court. The court had...
He asked for permission yesterday to do that.
Okay, yes. But my understanding was that we had to ask permission every time we wanted to put something on.
She said that.
Mr. Jackson yesterday was looking to display exhibits which were already in evidence, and the court berated us for that.
Berated.
Yes. Well, because you just went back and said, put on the this, put on the screen that.
In fact, that's what Mr. Lally just did. And I'm not quibbling, Your Honor. I'm just asking, what are the rules?
What's the rule?
That's all.
Well, he at least stops it with, Miss Gilman, could you play? But I thought you asked. Let me know in advance if you intend to use them.
I'm going to ask permission every single time.
Okay. Then you'll ask permission every time, too.
I'm not even asking that he do it.
No.
But you...
So yesterday it was just sort of out of the blue, put up number 24, put up number 26, like that.
Your Honor, I did yesterday exactly what Mr. Lally did today, and I think it's compliant. However, given the court's upgrading of me yesterday, I am going to ask permission every single time.
And you'll have to do it.
I understand.
All right.
Wow. This is so petty. This is the stuff that was happening at Sidebars.
When, following to the next day, about what time is it that you wake up on the 29th?
5:30, 6 a.m.
And what was it that woke you up, if you know?
Phones ringing.
And how many phones do you have?
2.
And essentially one personal, one work, is that correct?
Correct.
Were both phones ringing or one of the other?
One phone at that time.
Was that your work or your personal?
My personal phone.
And get up, you hear that, you look at your phone, what, if anything, do you see on the screen?
I see a lot of missed calls, a bunch of missed calls from Karen, and missed calls from my wife's work.
And when you say missed calls, are we talking about one call, several calls?
Several calls.
Any voicemails that you recall associated with those calls?
I don't recall.
And so based on sort of making that observation of the missed calls, what do you do with that?
I pick up the phone and call my wife.
And what, if anything, did you learn from your wife at that time?
My wife said to me that John.
Okay, sustained.
May we approach?
Okay.
So, Your Honor, I'm not seeking this for the truth of the matter asserted, but essentially the impact on Mr. Camerano. So he gets a call from his wife, which would have been the case that she got a call from the defendant, didn't know where John was. So based on that, he was then directed by his wife to go to Meadows Ave and pick up John's niece. His wife, who is the very next witness, will testify to that as well. So I don't know what the harm is as far as him summarizing in general why he went to one Meadows Ave particularly.
Based on that, I don't have any objection.
Okay.
I hope you guys are counting these sidebars.
Come around, you
taking
call your
y'all
wife,
drinks.
And what, if anything, is it in general that she tells you?
She tells me that John didn't come home last night.
And she's still at work at this point, is that correct?
Correct.
Did she indicate to you how she came to find out?
She just she said she's received phone calls from
From
Karen.
From Karen. And then based on that, you have a conversation with your wife about John's niece and nephew, is that right?
Yes, my wife says to me, go get Kaylee. Kaylee is home.
So at that time, your wife tells you that Kaylee is home in Meadows Ave by herself.
Yes.
And so based on that information, what is it that you do next?
I realize that Kaylee's home alone, so I throw some clothes on, go out to the car, clean the car off real quick, and get in the car and go.
Now, Ms. Camerano, you had mentioned in your testimony that you had some phone calls or conversations with Ms. Reed on the morning of January 29th, correct?
Correct.
May I approach again, Your Honor?
Yes.
Didn't she know she was coming to court that day? What the hell? What's going on? She looked like she rolled out the bed.
So we have a document again. Ask you to look at that and we'll document finish.
Yeah.
And that document, do those seem to reflect the calls that you had between yourself and the defendant, Ms. Reed, on that morning of the 29th?
Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sure. Could I please see that?
Baby, I don't know what is going right, Lorenzo?
I just want to know what this is before I hear your objection. What is this?
Sure. So this is a portion of the extraction report of the defendant's phone, and these essentially are the phone calls.
This is
So
Adam.
what I did is sort of parse out on the extraction report.
This is Adam Lally that's talking. He's the prosecutor for the Commonwealth, explaining what he just handed the witness, and then she's going to hear from the defense why they objected. For those that haven't been here every week, I'm going to try to point out the voices so that you become familiar.
The phone calls between the defendant and Mrs. Camerano from the 29th.
I have no objection to the fact of the phone calls. I just think she's the wrong witness. She's never seen a Celebrite extraction before. I just don't think that this can be used unless it refreshes her recollection that she independently relied on.
Has she seen this before?
Yes.
So my guess is now she will recognize that.
I think you may be right. Okay.
Okay? So we'll try.
Okay, so this is Judge Canoni speaking, and the other voice that you're hearing is Alan Jackson, who is Karen Reed's defense attorney.
That.
He basically took back his objection.
And so, Ms. Camerano, from that document, does that seem to be the phone calls and the timing of the phone calls between yourself and Ms. Reed that morning?
Okay. Yes.
May I approach again, Your Honor?
Yes.
I want to introduce in a minute the next exhibit.
Any objection, Mr. Jackson?
I think she's nervous.
Not at this time, yeah.
All right, thank you.
I don't arrange for the pickups, and it's usually my wife does that, so I can't tell you exactly what it was for.
No, I understand. I'm just getting the fact that you were present when these pickups occurred.
Yes.
And that would be because Karen was sort of shuttling, either Kaylee or Patrick to events, correct?
Correct.
And when there was an intersection specifically with regard to Patrick.
Kaylee and Patrick are the niece and nephew of the victim, John O'Keefe. He was raising his niece and nephew, so they lived with him.
And your son, she would take both of them, correct?
Yes.
And from your observations of Karen Reed during that 1 or 2 years that you would come into contact with her, the contact you had was mainly surrounding what happened with the kids, correct?
Yeah, I would say.
And she appeared to be responsible, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Yannetti.
Sure. She appeared to be caring toward the kids, did she not?
Objection.
Overruled.
May we approach?
Okay. Jurors, feel free to stand up and stretch.
Please make sure you guys have liked the live.
So, Your Honor, with this witness and with another witness, I'm certainly permissive when it comes to certain background general things. But there is a specific motion in limine as to character evidence. And I think what we are getting here is a little bit closer to that, particularly as it becomes repetitive with every single witness that.
He doesn't seem to have had much contact with her. And you're sort of towards the end of what you've got with this, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't have much left at all. Like 1 or 2 questions in this area, and that's it.
To sort of offset any objection?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to end with the fact that, she acted in a caring way in terms of these pickups. And it was sort of motherly duties that a mother would typically do, and that's it.
Okay. It may open the door to character evidence. Okay? We'll see. If you think it does, you have to come to sidebar.
And the other, just as far as character goes, there was this motion in limine as far as a prohibition on good character.
I am not offering this as character evidence. I am offering it as evidence of the relationship that Karen had with John and her family. The allegation has been that things were blowing up and, these types of acts do, defend her against that.
I think you've already got that. If that's your purpose, I think it's already been introduced.
Could the court instruct the witness to answer that one question, whether she was caring towards the kids? If the answer is yes, I end.
Whether she appeared to be, not whether she was, but she appeared to be.
Yes, that's fine. Yes.
I'm going to let that in, and that's the end of the inquiry.
That's
Yes,
fine.
it's telling
Thank
them
you.
how to practice law.
Just one question for you, just to sort of alter the last question that I asked you. From your read on this, it appeared to you as though Karen was caring for the kids and caring about them, correct?
Correct.
Nothing further.
Okay. Any follow-up, Mr. Lally?
Briefly, just one question, sir. As far as your observations of Ms. Reed in regard to Mr. O'Keefe and in regard to the children, that was what you observed, correct?
That's right.
And so as far as what, if anything, went on behind closed doors or in their relationship, you weren't really privy to that?
I was not.
Okay. Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Roberts, you are all set, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Your next witness, Mr. Lally?
You guys, the reason why it's important, whether or not she was caring or motherly toward the children, is because it's alleged that she created this whole farce to cover up the fact that she unalived Mr. O'Keefe, and she involved the children in that. She woke them up. She had them to give her phone numbers of his friends and make phone calls. And so they're saying that this was all a scheme set up by Todd, that basically she pulled these kids into a known lie, and they're trying to say she would never do that. So that's why they're making this argument.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kolakithis.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Kolakithis, you and I have never actually met.
We have not.
We've never had a conversation.
Have not.
We've certainly never had an interview about this case.
Have not.
So this is our first time visiting about this situation.
Yes.
When did you say you first met Ms. Reed?
I believe it was towards the end of the summer of 2020.
Okay. And that was over an event at Keith's house?
I don't know if it was John's niece's birthday party or so, but I was dropping my daughter off at John's house.
Okay. That sort of dovetails into my next question. You and your wife and y'all's kids did have some sort of relationship with Mr. O'Keefe, Ms. Reed, and Mr. O'Keefe's niece and nephew.
Yes.
In other words, the kids got along well.
Yes, absolutely. And they still friends.
As the adults, you wanted to make sure that you could facilitate play dates, get-togethers, things of that nature for the children.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, do you remember a situation in which Ms. Reed had arranged a relatively elaborate 13th birthday party for Mr. O'Keefe's niece, a scavenger hunt of some sorts?
Objection.
I'm going to see counsel at sidebar for this, please.
Sidebar.
And so, 13th birthday. It would be right around the same timing, right?
Correct.
What is the objection?
I don't know she was 14 at the time. So that would have been probably at least a year before.
Okay. What's the nature of the objection?
I just don't know how any of this is relevant or how it isn't sort of backdoor character evidence as it relates to the defendant.
Where are you going with that?
Just along that question, how it's a deeper understanding of the nature of the relationship and how Mr. Kolakithis knows Miss Reed and knows Mr. O'Keefe and how they connected. He indicated on direct examination, as couples, we didn't do all that much together. I want to make sure that the jurors understand that he did have a connection with Mr. O'Keefe and Miss Reed as a couple. He visited the kids, and this was sort of a bigger event in their lives. This is the only question I'll be asking about it.
Okay, so I'll let you have this question.
Thank you.
Yes.
With regard to the last question I asked, you recall an event in which Ms. Reed had organized a relatively elaborate 13th birthday party for Mr. O'Keefe's niece, correct?
Yes.
And one of your children was actually invited to that.
Yes.
Did you actually go and accompany your child at the 13th birthday party?
I did not.
Did your wife?
I don't know. She generally keeps a social calendar for the kids, but I don't know if she did.
So it could have been a situation, Mr. Kolakithis, in which you just dropped the child off and
Yes, correct.
enjoyed the birthday party.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. But you had no problems or no qualms with Miss Reed, Mr. O'Keefe being caretakers over your children?
Absolutely not.
I want to draw your attention to the late night hours of January 28th going into the early morning hours of January 29th, if I could. Specifically at the waterfall. Did you get to the waterfall before Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed got there?
Yes, I did.
How long before?
So I got there around 9 and they got there shortly before 11. So 2 hours.
While at the waterfall, did you have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Reed or Mr. O'Keefe just in normal conversation?
Yes, I did.
You engaged both of them, as a matter of fact, didn't you?
Yes.
Was there a
The
time in which
waterfall
Ms.
is the bar they
Reed
were
was
at
actually
that night.
singing John's praises that night?
Yes, I did.
What a great dad he was.
Yep.
Objection. Move to strike.
I'm going to strike that. Next question.
At any point, did you have an opportunity to hear Mr. O'Keefe talk about Ms. Reed and the nature of their relationship or any events surrounding their relationship?
Objection.
I'm going to allow that.
I had heard that they were planning vacations in the future.
Were you aware of the time frame of those vacations in the future? Next week, next month, next year?
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach?
Jurors, feel free to stand up.
Sidebar.
Your Honor, I'd move to strike any of this testimony as I don't believe this witness is testifying from him overhearing. So when he was asked, what have you heard of Mr. O'Keefe? His answer is essentially non-responsive in the sense that he was stating, I had heard that there's no indication as to he had heard it from Mr. O'Keefe or who he had heard it from, or even, I don't know if we are talking about the same evening or if this is something that he had heard subsequent. I'm not aware of any conversation that night about vacations with anybody and this witness.
What do you say?
I was asking the question of what Mr. O'Keefe had told him that evening, and that's what I was focused on. That was his answer. I certainly can follow up with one question. Was that directly from Mr. O'Keefe on this night or otherwise?
This is just pure hearsay. The initial one was the nature of the relationship. So let's move on. It's excluded.
That means he sustains the objection.
There was nothing eventful at the bar, while you were at the bar with Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed, that comes to mind in terms of any kind of tension or fight that night?
Tension or fight? Absolutely not.
No argument that was audible to you?
Absolutely not.
You didn't see the body language between the two of them that would suggest an argument or a fight or tension?
In fact, I noticed the opposite.
Describe that.
They were affectionate toward each other, loving toward each other, and to the point where my wife even made a comment, why are you not like that with me?
You had something to live up to.
Yes. That's why I needed the brownie points earlier.
I want to shift gears for a second and pinpoint another time at the bar. Was there a time at the bar where you noticed any individuals with their fists up and engaged in some sort of conduct that looks a little like this?
No, I didn't observe that.
You don't recall that?
No,
Sparring with one another?
not that I saw.
Wrestling?
Not that I saw.
Okay. I'd like, if I could, Mr. Kolakithis, with the court's permission, refer to Exhibit 53.
Okay.
There are several, Your Honor, so the court...
This is important.
So if you're going to talk about it, talk at sidebar. Okay, so
This is the clip ending in 5959, because there's several clips in 53.
this is important because one of the guys that they think had something to do with John's unaliving
All right, so what exhibit is this?
wrestling
53, and it's clip ending in 59.
in the bar.
May I play this for the jury?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to play about 10 seconds, Mr. Kolakithis, and then stop it and ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Up at the top corner, that's where all of them are like hanging out at the bar.
I just wanted to play a couple of seconds to see if you recognize any of what's displayed in this video.
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize it?
How do I was there that night.
I guess my question is, do you recognize this as being a surveillance video from the 28th going into the morning of the 29th?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If I could draw your attention to the individuals at the top, can you name the folks that we're seeing and describe what they're wearing for the jurors so we have an understanding of who we're looking at?
Okay. That's me in the white and black. That's Matt to my right. A little hard of seeing, but I think that's John right there. And I thought I saw Karen earlier right in this area while you were displaying the video.
And what about the two gentlemen with their backs to us?
I know I met them that evening, but I can't tell from behind like this.
Understood. With the court's permission, could we just go ahead and play this through? I'd like to run it through to about the runtime of 11:08, but I'll ask that the video be paused momentarily.
11:08, so just one more second.
Runtime, sorry. Runtime 11:08, so probably about 4 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes, 4 minutes. May I?
Yes.
Thank you. Having seen this run forward just a little bit, do you see an individual here with long hair?
That's Karen.
So
It's
you're
hard for me
squinting. Are you having difficulty
Yes,
seeing
I
this?
am having difficulty. Could you blow it up a bit or?
I don't think so. Our technology is good, but I'm getting a shake of the head.
My eyes are not good, I can tell you that.
Join the club. Let's just go ahead and play it forward with the court's permission.
All right, but if you can't see it, I don't want you to guess.
So this, are you talking right here?
Yes.
That looks like Karen.
Okay. May we play it forward, Your Honor?
Yes.
Pause it.
Oh, he kissing her.
I ask you to draw your attention to the two gentlemen in the foreground, right there. Can you describe what they're doing?
It looks like they're in a stance that you described earlier with fists up.
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach?
Okay, so I'm sustaining that objection, but come on up.
Hey, Mandy.
What did you want to approach for?
Your Honor, essentially what counsel has asked whether or not he saw this or observed this that night, he answered that he did not. So then showing the video, something that he doesn't recall seeing or recognizing and essentially having to narrate what he observes on the screen is inappropriate. It's not.
He can barely see. He's squinting at it. He doesn't know who they are. The video speaks for itself. I'm not letting this witness narrate this.
I'm not asking to narrate it. I'm asking to look at, see if I haven't gotten to the point where, and I'm trying to establish the foundation, authenticate for this.
You're asking him what he's seeing. I'm not letting that.
Correct. The next question is, are you in this video and are you staring directly at those two men? I have a good faith belief that he is going to say, yes, I recognize it. I had forgotten that they did this. He literally engages.
Okay, hold on. You can ask him that question. I don't want him narrating that they are in that stance.
Okay. How do you want him to describe?
You can ask him if that's him and if he was looking at somebody. The second part of your question is fine.
Okay.
The
You
law
can
is that
ask
he
them
has
what
to
they
be able
doing.
to assist the jury better than
You don't
any
want them to know
position
they
that they
was
are
dating.
in. He said he doesn't see them. This is clear. People can see what these two men are doing. People except for this witness.
Okay.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes.
Another question, and if you're having trouble seeing, just let me know. Do you see the person in the far right?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
Me.
And what do you seem to be, or what do you appear to be looking at, if anything?
I appear to be looking in that direction.
Okay, can we go ahead and play this forward?
Y'all, this is important because this is the night that the incident happened. They all drinking, been drinking for hours the whole day, and now they in there acting like they gonna tussle.
The two men, their backs facing to us.
I mean, I can see it. I honestly do not recall it, but yeah.
Do you recall ever being introduced to those two gentlemen?
Yes.
Who are they?
Brian Albert, Brian Higgins.
And which one is which? Left and right.
Left is Albert, right is Higgins.
Can we go ahead and play this? I've already got that in 1636.
Brian Albert is the
All
owner
right,
of
Mr. Lally, any follow-up?
Mr. Kolakithis. As far as your observations of Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed and their relationship, you saw what they sort of depicted in public, correct?
Yes.
So fair to say, do you ever have any sort of substantial conversations with either Mr. O'Keefe or Ms. Reed about their relationship?
A personal relationship? No, I did not.
Anything as far as your personal relationship with your wife, is that something that you would have shared or discussed with Mr. O'Keefe or Ms. Reed?
I'm not sure. Are you asking me if I knew something about their relationship I would share with my wife or vice versa?
No, what I'm asking is from the other side. Okay, so you didn't discuss really Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed's relationship with them, correct?
Correct.
And so what I'm asking now is you didn't discuss your own relationship with your wife with Mr. O'Keefe or Ms. Reed, correct?
That is correct.
Now, with reference to what you were just shown up on the screen, that was so memorable that you testified you don't have a memory of it, correct?
The which part?
The whatever that was between two individuals play fight.
I do not recall
Did
that.
y'all hear what he said?
And as far as yourself within
It was
that
so
video, did
memorable that you
observe
don't
yourself
remember it.
appear to sort of be laughing while that was going on?
I did. I don't know if I was necessarily looking at them or the other side of the table, but yes, I did observe myself laughing.
Nothing further.
Your Honor, may we approach briefly?
Okay.
Sidebar. I'd be laughing too, two big old burly guys.
I only have one question on recross based on Mr. Lally's second to the last area that he covered. He indicated that he asked the question, did he have any substantial conversation with Karen Reed or John O'Keefe about the nature of their relationship on the witness stand? No, that is not true. And Mr. Lally just opened the door.
What do you expect the answer to be?
Karen Reed specifically said, quote, I'm sorry. He said, and you've got the grand jury, quote. Karen told him she was actually singing John's praises. I'm sorry. I misrecorded that. It's not that she told him. He said, quote, Karen Reed was singing John's praises about how good a parent he was, a father figure, and taking care of the kids for several years, and, being and praising him and sacrificing his life to raise them. She is singing his praises about what a good man, which is indicative about the nature of the relationship.
What do you say, Mr. Lally?
I don't think it has anything to do with the nature of their relationship. What I was asking about was sort of the status of the relationship or any issues within that relationship, not whether or not she liked him or admired him.
Your Honor, the entire Commonwealth's case is that 5 minutes after this video was played, and 5 minutes after this event closed down, she drove to 34 Fairview and murdered him. This is absolutely...
I am going to allow this in, and then we are ending everything.
Thank you.
Mr. O'Keefe, just one more question. You testified previously at another hearing that Karen Reed, quote, was actually singing John's praises about how good of a person he was, a father figure, for taking in the kids several years ago and, being there for them and praising them and sacrificing his life to raise them, end quote. You remember saying that?
Yes, I do.
Is that true?
100%.
Thank you. That's all I have.
All right, Mr. Kolakakis, you are all set, sir.
Thank you.
Your next witness,
That it
Mr.
is.
Lally?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm about to call Miss Karina Kolakithis to the stand.
Okay.
We're not going to get into her testimony today. We will follow up next week with her testimony. That is it for day 7. The next video will take us day 7 into day 8. That is an hour and a half long, I think. So we'll cover that next Saturday. Hey, Tone, thank you for joining us. We'll cover that next Saturday. And you guys know that I have a busy Saturday. So thank you so much for joining me, bearing with my technical difficulties and all the things. I figured out what the issue was. It was me, for sure. But I thank y'all for dealing with all of that. I'll see you guys back here next Saturday, same time, same station, to do it all over again and continue to follow these Karen Reed Trial 1 sidebars so that we can see what really was going on behind closed doors. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all have an amazing Saturday. Remember, the world has never met another you. Go out and be great in it. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you on maybe tomorrow if you guys want to. Bye-bye.